So you're tired of wasting time and money in a nail salon to get your nails done, and you've decided to do your own manicure, but you have no idea where to start. Well, you've come to the right place, because this episode of Stacy Links Presents will be part 1 of my 3-part series on self-manicure. This episode, I will talk about the prep work. I'll show you some specialty tools here, and I will show you how to use them. Stick around, I'll be right back. Welcome to my channel. I'm Stacy. In this episode of Stacy Links Presents, I'm going to show you how to do nail prep in part 1 of my 3-part self-manicure series. Now, oftentimes people always have troubles figuring out where to start when you go to do your own manicure. Everybody knows that you should be cutting and filing your own nails, but what kind of nail file do you use? There are so many different kinds to choose from. And I'm going to talk about these in this episode. Plus, I'm going to talk about some other things that you can do to help take care of your nails. So before I get started in this episode, if you're new to this channel, I want to get you to go down below and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Especially if you're a trans person interested in fashion, makeup, and jewelry, I have many tips on my channel that you would love to see. Also, be sure you're following me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and on TikTok. Be sure to check the description of this video for all my social media links. Alright, so I'm going to start out by showing you these different tools that I have here for today. And as you can see, there are different types of nail files. These two here, I've shown these in a previous episode. I will go ahead and pin it up here. This here is just a regular dual textured nail file, metal nail file. This one here is a plexiglass nail file. It's textured on both sides. This here is a multi-textured emery board. With the numbers on it, you can see. And the higher the number, the finer the texture of these ones. As you can see that they're labeled. Some of them are kind of worn there. But this type of emery board can help to shape and more beautify your nails so they look more rounded and more even on the tops. Now my problem is my nails are so bad. Like they're just crap, you know. They like to chip and break, and sometimes I like to use the artificial nails. So this is part of that prep. This here is a cuticle cutter. Notice that it's got this shape there, if you can see that. And that's a sharp edge in there. And I'll demonstrate that here in a minute. This here is another cuticle tool. This end here is a cuticle pusher. And then this end here is a sharp pick that can be used to clean the cuticles or to clean under your nails. And last thing I have right here is this cuticle oil and nail strengthener liquid. And now this is really good to help to keep your nails healthy and moisturized and your cuticles moisturized and that, but you have to use it like all the time in order for it to really work. But it does help in the prep of doing artificial nails to help protect them. So the first thing you can start with is with the shaping. You can start with a buff on the edges of your nails. And now it's recommended to only go in one direction. So you would go like this and then lift off and only go filing in one direction. Right? You can go like that, and like this. Right? And don't put too much pressure, otherwise it will tend to flatten the nail in there, especially if you're like me and you have softer, more brittle nails. You go around and you want to shape your nail. If you're also like me and like to use artificial nails, what you want to do is you want to get in here and you want to make sure that these edges are filed down on these sides here. If you're going to start preparing for your nails. And then gently file down any burrs on the edges there. And just go around on each nail same way. And now I've already done a lot of filing on my nails already, so I'm not really going to get into it too much here. Just to remember that it does create filings, will create a mess. Alright, so I won't get into this here. So the basic idea, obviously, is you don't want to put too much pressure. You want to try to only file in one direction and not back and forth. But you want to try and get some kind of a shape out of it, and you don't want to have sharp edges or burrs or anything like that. So then I'm going to go on and demonstrate this tool here right now, the Cuticle Cutter. Trying to get a closer look here. Yeah, so you can see now how that blade is shaped. And this way will help to fit right up into here, into these areas here. And you want to lightly scrape any dead skin away from the cuticle edge. You don't want to dig too deep, otherwise you will cut yourself. And we don't want to do that, so also just gently, little bits. Yeah, it just cleans it up there. And then there's a way we can deal with this kind of stuff here. I'll show you in a bit. I'll switch over to my other tool. And now I hear a lot of you asking right now, how do I do it left-handed when I'm right-handed? Very carefully. Oh, there's a lot on that one. Yeah, so you can see the kind of dead skin that you can take off of there without getting too deep. And again, like I said, there's more we can do here. You can see the mess that we're making there. I'll probably have more of it when we're done. So the next tool I'm going to show you here is this cuticle tool. This end, as I mentioned, is a cuticle pusher. It's got this scoop shape on here, and that scoop shape is supposed to fit in with the nail here, so you would use this, and it's somewhat sharp in there as well, so you can kind of use it to lift up any of the dead skin along there. And then take this part and kind of clean it up like this. So this is definitely a handy tool, and I'm sure you can find this at any drugstore that has nail supplies. Right, so then just go along each nail. And you want to do this as well, just to make sure when you're using artificial nails, to make sure your cuticles are back far enough so you can place your nails back far enough. And in part 2 of this series, I will be doing artificial nails. And then it works in this situation here where this is all crusted onto the nail. It needs to be dealt with here. And just pull it like this. I just kind of use it like a knife blade in a way, because it does have a sharp edge as well as the point. And that's how I'm able to scrape this like that. And once again, doing it left-handed is kind of tricky. Just try and do it as easily as possible, so we don't poke ourselves and like that. And my pinky fingers are always the hardest ones to keep clean. Sometimes I like to take the emery board to go over them as well. And this is a good thing to do to remove any dead skin from the cuticle edge that may still be there. Even off the nail bed itself. It's also an essential step when doing artificial nails to allow the glue to bind better to the nail. Alright, so then the last thing we'll do here, I'll show you this cuticle oil. So basically it's just like a brush. You can just brush it on all around here, on all your nails, over the cuticle. Alright, then at this point you want to leave this sit for about 2 minutes, and then you can wipe it off with a tissue. So thanks for watching my video. Be sure you hit the thumbs up button down below and drop a comment. If you have any questions about nail prep and nail filing, be sure you ask in the comments below. Be sure you watch for part 2 where I do artificial nails and show you how to do your own nails. I'll see you then. Bye!